Welcome back to FnA Van Life. The van is not doing so hot.
Oh, it's soaking wet in here!
As you guys know, we're having some issues with our brand new to us van, but we gotta keep working. Thankfully, we have some friends to help out. Some new, some old, some super cute. We've got a lot of big projects to get done this week, so be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, we made a mistake,
Why is the rubber?
but that's how you learn.
We're not the van build experts, but we can definitely show you how to get it done. Let's get into it. Guys, this is a very important part of the build.
Somebody had a good name. They said call it dumplings.
Dumpling.
It's dumpling, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Because of it will remind us of meeting
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cute.
I like that one.
Phone out for tea. It's too good.
Naming aside, we are figuring out where we want everything to be because things can move and change a little bit, but we need to know where to run the electrical to. So if we know that this is gonna be a bench, we need a fuse box here. If the kitchen's gonna be there, we need outlets. So it's like, we gotta figure out where everything is going so we know where to put the holes.
Sorry, Paco was stretching.
Paco is working so hard at doing the layout.
Doing the layout situation.
So I'm sitting here while Frank is doing all the measuring.
Yeah.
Oh, you know we didn't measure?
So
That's
once
fine.
again, Alex is working so hard while I'm doing the work.
You want to tell me that your writing would be as nice as this?
Oh, it'd be nicer.
Hell no. Today's episode is sponsored by IceCo. We want to tell you all about this awesome refrigerator brand. One of the first things I wanted to make sure that we had when setting up our layout was the fridge. The fridge in our last build was great, but it was very small. So we knew we wanted a chest style freezer, but we wanted something so much bigger so that we could be off-grid so much longer. IceCo's been around for about 15 years, working mainly in the outdoor community with RVers and van lifers. This fridge is badass. We actually plugged it in inside the house. We wanted to make sure it worked. And then we realized we might as well just use it because Frankie's mom's fridge was pretty full, so we didn't have room for all of our healthy snacks. It has been amazing. It keeps things so nice and cold. The couple of times that we've brought it out into the van, it holds its temperature for so long, even when it's not plugged in, which is amazing and just proves that it's super well insulated. We are so happy with our IceCo freezer, fridge, and we think you will be too. So be sure to check the links below to get 15% off one of these super awesome fridges.
One thing I would like to add is that we are in Florida and it's been about 85 degrees, so it's hot outside, it's humid, and it's normally difficult for a fridge to keep up with something like that. And this one seems to be holding up to the test.
We are gonna wire it with a 12-volt plug, so once it is all in the build, we are gonna be fully supplied with 12-volt power, which is perfect. And we kind of designed our whole kitchen layout around this great big fridge so that it was functional and awesome to cook with. You need the triangle. Apparently, this is very big in designing kitchens. Your sink, your cooktop, and your fridge should be in a triangle so that it's easy to get to everything that you need. So make sure that your fridge is in the right spot. In our last van, the fridge was not in the right spot. It was blocking the door all the time. It was super annoying. It slid out whenever you slam the brakes really hard. So this one, we are gonna give some love and TLC and make it its own special nook that makes it so easy to cook with. We can't wait. And now I've realized that I'm very hungry, so we need to have a snack break.
It is time to make it official. Van is officially part of FnA's life.
This was on the list for today. I'm very happy.
Home Depot, number 3.
All right, guys. Today's a very special day. Our puppy is going to be reunited.
Did you find Uncle Kev's van? Oh, do you miss the van? Yeah, you missed the bed?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like being back home again, huh, Papa? We have Uncle Kevin here as a special guest today. And he's going to be helping us actually with the build because he wants to learn more about the build process. So that way there's a possibility he might be building a rig too eventually.
A very strong possibility.
Yeah.
It's
So
happening.
what we're going to get Kevin on top of right now is getting the swivel seats in. So it's a fairly simple process. Looks like that there's 6 bolts on the chair that have to be taken out, and then we're going to put the swivel seat down and then
we'll
bolt
have
everything back
so
down.
much room to go around in circles.
Exactly.
It's gonna be so good.
That's exactly how the swivel seat works.
They go
The
like this.
circles.
I almost hit this car.
Are you excited, man?
So I am excited. Make sure you read the directions. I know Frankie doesn't usually do that. He just wings it, but read the directions. Sportscraft provided, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, f the directions. No, I'm just kidding. Look at Paco. Paco's in here doing this thing. He got his toy.
What's up,
His little lamb.
His first toy ever
His
that he
first
actually
toy that he
likes.
likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Grandma got it for him. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Last bolt. The hex key is very difficult. It's very snug. Once we have this, we should be able to remove the seat.
And how's you doing?
I'm doing good. I got this out of the box, and yeah, I'm done. I'm done for the day.
What did you find out?
I found out that one is a passenger seat one and one is a driver's seat, so make sure you look at that and make sure that you don't put in the passenger on the driver and the driver on the passenger. Hopefully it doesn't actually work that way so you can't confuse it. It has to be at least like 90 pounds. So, or 45 pounds, let's say, right?
That's a really big difference between 90 and
Well, you know,
45.
you over-exaggerate a bit sometimes.
It's like 1,000 pounds.
It's like 17 million pounds, man.
There's definitely maybe some electrical stuff running through the middle.
Yeah, there's a couple of lines.
There's the seatbelt indicator that we need to unplug, but I couldn't get to it without taking off the seat.
Oh yeah, this windshield.
You know, we could just leave that off.
This window is definitely smashed. I'm gonna tell you how
There's
I know.
glass under the seat.
Yeah, there's glass literally right here. Look right in the crevice. See the glass?
Oh my
See the
god,
glass?
I missed it falling, but yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Somebody fibbed a little bit on their Carfax report.
Hold on, let me get this glass out of here before I put it into my arm.
Yeah, you just need to unplug the connector for the seatbelt.
Let's see, hold on, before I unplug it. It looks like it unplugs from the center there. Snip. Now these are loose, so we have plenty of line to pull it. Let me see.
I'm just gonna hold it right here. You unplug.
The good part is these are all very self-explanatory. This is a sensor. They're all 3 of them are sensors. One is for when you sit on the seat, it will indicate that somebody's on it and needs to put on their seatbelt. One will indicate the seatbelt, and the other one I think indicates, what was the last one? I don't know.
Maybe an airbag or something.
Yeah, maybe airbag or something like that, but they're very easily explainable. Yellow to yellow, orange to orange, black to black. Simple as that. But now once this is off, this could be lifted up and taken out.
Wow, Kevin.
We brought
Wow. You're so strong.
We
Yes.
brought Kevin here because we needed a real man to lift up the stuff.
You heard it here first.
So underneath the seat, we noticed that there's a bunch of tobacco underneath here. So I'm guessing somebody was breaking up and rolling blunts in here.
And
then-
breaking glass.
And then they must have crashed the van.
while they
and-
were high. Right.
While they were high as a kite. You know, that gives a bad name to people that smoke weed. I don't want to do that. But these people in particular definitely broke a windshield.
So I don't necessarily blame Premier Autos of Dallas for this because they went way out of their way, flew someone across the country. They got the van basically the day before they sold it to us.
And when they got
And it
it,
had a clean Carfax report.
Mhm.
They actually saw a different van that looked good but had a terrible Carfax report. So whoever sold the van to Dallas Premier Auto lied or didn't claim the accident or whatever they did. So
honestly,
whoever sold this to Dallas Premier Auto got a great deal.
Honestly, before we put this on here, I think we should really vacuum this out.
I was gonna say that.
Oh yeah. Taco, you trying to work too, buddy?
Paco just wants to get in on the action.
I don't blame him. Everybody's in here. Uncle Kevin's there.
Oh, look, I found my
Alex
glass.
is there. Paco's there.
We didn't vacuum under this side when we had it all up.
I need something smaller than
Dirt. What's the challenge?
this. We run the risk of stripping the bolts if they're not lined up properly when we go to tighten them down. So it's important that we don't strip the bolts.
Once
That
you
would
strip
be
a
very
bolt,
bad.
It's almost impossible to get the chair out if you strip the bolt. So that's the biggest concern.
Time for a little lunch break. We got a great big salad with some vegan sausages. Kevin went over to Little Caesars because he had a pepperoni craving.
Caesar.
You want some? Sit. He's not a good catch. We're working on it.
He's very good at catching, as you can see. He's a center fielder
Right.
that makes a lot of errors.
Spinning with Paco, spinning with Paco, spinning with Paco.
So the swivel seats are done. Look how comfy we are.
Very nice. Very nice.
That didn't squeak at all when you spun.
No, because I'm fat.
Oh, I didn't know that's how that worked. Must have been the Little Caesars you just had.
Dropping dimes up in it? Forrest, you didn't hear that.
Close your ears, Forrest.
Look at us swiveling.
Whoa, swivel
It's
time.
so much harder than it looks. All right, we've moved on from our beautiful swivel seats. Look how good they're swiveling. Swiveled. So now we are doing some electrical stuff. We're starting to run, what's this called?
We're running some tubing, that way it protects the wires when we run the wires through it. That way if there is any type of rubbing or anything, it will have to go through this plastic first before it even makes it to the wires. So just a little protective stuff so that way we don't have any rub outs.
I marked off everywhere that we need electricity. So all of the blue tape is 12 volt and all the blue tape with white tape over it is 120 volt. Very official system. So now we just have to run all the wires. It's super easy. Frank's gonna do it.
Thanks, babe. Yeah, so I think what we're trying to figure out exactly is where everything is going.
I know where everything is going.
Well-
I marked it with tape.
Well, the battery bank, we want it to be here, but we don't physically have the batteries yet. So we don't know if they're going to fit here just yet. This is the thing about doing things a little too soon,
Just make the wire long.
but we're trying.
Make the wire long.
Yeah,
Just always give yourself a little bit of extra wire and you got all the wiggle room you need.
a lot of extra wire.
Easy peasy. Well, actually, your fuse boxes could be anywhere because all you have to do is wire from the battery to the fuse boxes.
That's true.
So don't worry about it.
Okay.
Look at me with the brains.
With the brains.
I'm the electrical expert
With
here. Who knew it?
brains. What are you doing?
Get pumped. Get jazzed. What was it? What?
Jazz? So he said jazz. So we almost have the whole right side, or left side, driver's side of the van already hooked up. So I'll show you guys real quick. This right here is our 12 volt going all the way across, coming down. And then the bigger yellow one here is the 120. This is an outlet, and then it's gonna be tied into this one here, and then that one's gonna be tied into that one there. You gotta make sure that you're not overdrawing your current on any of your switches. So we're not gonna be running anything big, and we're not gonna be running anything at the same time. So that's the most important thing. You could daisy chain them together and you'll be good to go. Or run them in parallel series is what we're gonna do. Right? Parallel series?
I think it's just in series.
In series with one another. You got all your teeth there.
Paco, are you ready to start the day?
Are you ready for some wiring?
Are you ready to do it? We're here.
We're here. We're right here. So
I'm on the hold with the bank.
she's on hold with the bank. We worked on getting all the electrical in. Everything is basically ran. There might be a few more components that will add to it. The actuators.
We have a couple more wires that we have to run. We have to do a list of all of our components and make sure that we've wired everything that we need to wire. But for now, we're gonna cut in the fan today, which I'm super excited about. Yeah. So we're actually gonna go over to our friend Nautical Nomads. They're gonna lend us their grinders and we can get through the roof. Oh. Hello?
Alex is on the phone, so I'll take over. So basically, this is the lines for the fan, and all it is a positive and a negative, or a positive and a neutral, however you want to explain it. So basically, all that's doing is it's making sure that you have power coming to it and then power going back. That's what happens when you have a 12-volt system. So for 120, power going to it, power going back, and a ground. That's the difference. We found the first issue with the swivel seats. Everybody says, get the swivel seats, they're great. But here's the thing, they make a lot of noise when you turn them. And two, I can't see if I put my visor down. I literally can only see the license plate on the car in front of me. This is my viewpoint. This is right in front of my face, so you guys see my viewpoint. Oh, wait, what are we gonna do?
They do sell mounts that are like 2 inches lower or whatever. Because technically this only raises the seat like 1 5 of an inch.
Yeah.
So they sell ones that are mounted lower, but each of those like bottom brackets is like $250
More.
each.
They're like 300 and change, I think. Crazy.
So we would have to spend another $600 after we already spent $300 to get the swivel. I think you're just gonna have to deal with it.
I'm going to. The one good thing is that like I'm so high up that I don't really need this. The sun should be blocked immediately anyway. We're definitely gonna have to tint this window.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh man.
It is what it is. I mean, I'm glad I got some swivel action happening.
Paco's tall enough.
People are gonna be thinking I'm tall AF driving in these seats. I'm gonna get out the car and I'm gonna be short AF, you know?
We're gonna have to like seriously like dismount getting out of the car now.
Like jumping off the top of a horseback.
Oh my god. It is really nice to have the swivel though.
Ride a ProMaster to save a horse. Because you'd be jumping off. Just to get out. You need a parachute to jump out of my own bed. So already we're in Florida and the community is already helping us out. We have Nautical Nomads over here that are gonna hook us up with a grinder that we can use so we can cut in our fan. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna meet up with Wes right now and grab that grinder. So let's go see what's up to. Yeah.
Thanks for the loan.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, we were just telling them that's why we appreciate this community, you know? Each other helping each other out, you know?
Scratch here, scratch there.
That's it. That's it, exactly. A nice big pack.
Ooh.
She said you wanted a grinder.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut in the fan.
Okay.
So I was gonna just.
If you have a better way to do that.
Jigsaw, because
yeah, I'll use the jigsaw. It's cleaner.
Yeah.
It's cleaner.
And it doesn't throw. You have to prep the. I saw a whole bunch of things online about where people had cut it in with a grinder but not prepped the roof, and then all the little metal.
Oh yeah,
bits,
it causes
rusted right up.
Yeah, you gotta clean it like crazy.
3 weeks later, and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Wes is all kind of set up.
Yeah, all the things.
All the tools.
Look how nice and needle it is.
You got your little workshop
I'm
back
actually
in
really
here.
impressed on
This is part A. So
even blades too. Look at this.
Damn.
The homie's coming in hot.
What do you think, Paco?
Paco's just excited to be in a big backyard.
Yeah.
Today.
Yo, I am so stoked right now. Frank's like, oh, when's this getting here? When's that getting here? So I go and I looked in our orders, and like so much stuff is coming today, and then Friday. So we'll actually be able to like start putting things in places. I am super pumped.
And once all those things are in the places, then I could really start framing because I get a really good idea of where everything has to go. So it's kind of perfect.
Be more pumped.
It's perfect!
Don't make it oh my god.
You tell me be a little bit more.
No, I didn't say be more loud. I said be more pumped.
Oh. Is that fun?
That works too. That works.
Is that good? Yo, once the camera hits it, it's like try it out. We went right back into the mode, bro.
He's like, yes, I am a friend.
You in your mode, Baba? Look at this hand on my arm.
Is she the cutest or what?
Do we just think that because he's our dog? Do we just think that because he's our dog?
No, he is absolutely the cutest.
I mean, I agree.
Of any dog that you've ever seen in your whole entire life, he's the cutest.
I don't know about that, but he's really fucking cute. Even Baco looked up.
Thank you.
Like, I'll eat your hand.
Daddy needs lunch too.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting a headache because I'm hungry.
Okay, so in order to cut in the fans, we need a couple of things. Wes hooked us up with the tools, which is awesome. Thank you so much, Nautical Nomads. Now we need to go get some Rust-Oleum paint because when you cut the metal, you want to make sure that you seal those edges. And I think that's all we really need. So let's go get it. Oh, this will be Home Depot number 4. We again got the fan that has no rain sensor. It's just got the guard on it that stops the rain always, so it can be full open during a rainstorm and you won't get wet, which is awesome. But we went an upgrade this time and got a remote control for it.
Woohoo! I think that was a big upgrade, actually.
Huge upgrade. Huge.
Huge.
The clouds are rolling in and it's like 60% humidity right now, and Frank's worried that it's gonna rain. And if it's gonna rain, we definitely don't want to cut a giant hole into the roof.
No, that would be a bad idea. Those are some gray rain clouds.
We're gonna table it till tomorrow. Home Depot number 5. Did you need my help?
Well, technically, yeah.
Ow!
So, take your foot out. Remove your foot.
Ugh, I can't. Help me.
No, why you put your foot underneath it?
I was trying to help. Ouch. As you can tell, I'm very helpful in the shopping process. You're welcome.
With her foot.
Florida's already kicking our ass. It's 90 degrees and it's not even 11 in the morning yet.
It's gonna be a hot one.
It's gonna be a really hot one. We are hungry too, so both of us are just like grumpsters right now.
And then on top of that, we really didn't have our tea today, which normally like gives us that like that pickup, that caffeine. But we didn't have our creamer for it, so it tasted kind of funky.
We're gonna go to the grocery store to pick up definitely something to eat like immediately, and then also our creamer and a couple other like fruits so I can make smoothies.
I'm probably gonna grab a urine.
Yeah. I'm thinking that we're not gonna get all of this stuff done today. If we even got one thing in today.
That's a big accomplishment. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And then I think what it is like we sort of forget how much actually goes into the process of doing one thing when you're building a van, because everything's so custom. So like everything takes time, takes thought, and it takes a certain type of process. So, you know, we'll get what we need to get done for today, and we'll continue to roll on. We're not sure exactly where we want to cut the hole on the roof for the Max Air fan because we got to figure out exactly where the solar panels are going. And so Frankie wants to install these things first. This is for the roof rack that he's going to design himself. So this was our cheapest option. This was like 250 bucks. A roof rack is not a cheap thing, but we want to have a deck up there really badly. So he's gonna put these up, kind of figure out where the roof rack is gonna go, kind of figure out where we can cut the Max Air fan is.
because we can't uncut the Max Air fan. So we definitely have to make sure we get it right the first time.
All right, guys, so I started putting these mounts in here with the thought process that I could tighten down the nuts completely, and then I will be able to remove those nuts and then put on the same one when I get the actual material that I'm gonna put make it as the roof rack itself. But when I went to go take it off, it tightened so tightly that I snapped one of the bolts already. So that one right there got snapped. This one I'm trying to get off, but it gets super tight to the point where it's really, really hard to remove. And that means I might have to break these and buy new bolts later on.
Oh my God, Frank.
Yeah, we made a mistake,
Why is the rubber?
but that's how you learn, because it's tight. It's tight down.
Wow, you did a really good job tightening those. You did such a good job tightening those that we'll never be able to get them off. Cool, so can we cut the fan in now?
Sure.
I guess maybe we should think it through so we don't end up the fan.
That's the whole point
wasting
of this.
another hour.
The whole point of us doing this was so we learn that.
Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna put out 2 dedicated videos, one for putting in the windows and one for putting in the Max Air fan. So if that interests you, be sure to subscribe because we've got a whole build series coming right up. Love you guys. See you in the next one.